everybody. Welcome to our senior project presentation. We've been working hard and we are excited to show you what we've been working on. Thank you for being here.
This kind of encapsulates the focus of the project and is to create a physical object to help track sobriety and be able to connect and create a mind body connection and really value and focus down on getting the job done.
So the problem that we kind of identified was that the current options for someone that wanting to get sober were limited to apps and things like that. And we felt like there needed to be a physical product for something as physical as an alcohol problem. And the other things with apps, we found that a lot of people will download apps with the intention of using it and having it like help them get to where they need to be. But a lot of the times they end up not opening the app or even deleting it just after a couple days. And so something that was very tangible to the user was something that we felt would help push people and give them just that little extra kick in their journey of trying to be sober.
So, our users are challenges of alcohol abuse, and alcoholism is a chronic disease, so that means it can only be treated. So, a device that is on you and you can carry with you can be a worthwhile investment if it helps treat the condition. Kind of like an EpiPen that people just carry around all the time. It's always there, and you have this sense of safety that there's something keeping you safe and keeping you in line.
A really important conversation that I had at the beginning of this project was with this lady named Ashley Meyer, who you can see on the screen. And I was sure that I wanted to do something that addressed sobriety, but I wasn't sure exactly how to do that. I met this lady though, and she told me how she was actually sober now for a couple of years, and that really intrigued me. And so I started asking her like why she felt like she needed to be sober, and she said that she just got to a point where she was drinking so much that she saw it not really being something sustainable for her life, and that it would kind of be the end of her. And so she started being like taking the journey to be sober, and it was definitely like tough at first, but she said one of the things that helped her was actually keeping track of the amount of days that she was sober, and over time seeing her progress, it motivated her to completely be sober eventually.
So the need is a physical tracker that operates in the same platform, which is physical. Um, there's some research that has been done about how physical objects become more appealing when people own them because it creates a sense of ownership, and also people like to control physical things. So when you have something that's physical and you own, you have this engagement with it that can be really helpful to achieving your goals.
As I kind of mentioned before, we believed that the need was a sobriety tracker that operated on the same like physical realm as the abuse. And the more and more research that we did about this, the more it kind of confirmed this thought. And like you can see on the screen right now, you can see that there is a lot of power to something being a physical thing that people can hold, and people can like see that as an extension of themselves.
Something I call a design spell, which is all those past research and problem, user need, and context put together to really give us a good sense of the design project. And after we figured all this out, we came up with a sentence that will help us really keep focus on what we really need to do to be successful while designing.
So one of the important things that we wanted to achieve was also create a brand behind this product. So you can see that we really explored like what it means to be sober and the different aspects that go into that.
So this is just kind of like the branding and our process on how we got there. So it's starting with loose sketches, then going in, breaking down like the meaning behind it, and boom, here we go.
This you can see is our mood board that we kind of use as inspiration.
So these are some of the sketches we wanted to show, which, it was a struggle between circular and square, and then we realized the circle is a more universal shape that more people can relate to, and it can match any sort of style. And you see how we go through the progression of different shapes, different controls, different ways to connecting the band, and we ended up coming up with a pretty solid one based off on our inspiration and our research.
Here's some of the physical models that we explored to after we did some of those sketches. we started putting some of them in physical forms to like see how they were on.
Like more concrete sketches. So when we go into CAD, we didn't have to waste a lot of time because we already had all the profiles and had that really fleshed out and knew exactly how everything needed to look.
This is a quote from Steve Jobs that we just felt was very powerful in what we were trying to convey with packaging.
So this is the packaging. We wanted to do something playful, so we decided to put color stickers for every single different color on the box. And I think that really helps separate them, but create a consistent pattern throughout all the different colors. And
here we can see another shot of like the different components that would actually go in that box once it's open. You can see that the product would fit down into a nice customized,
like the everything that's in the package, which is just the two things that keep it safe and the charger.
On this slide, you can see what Sobri looks like when it's all put together with the straps and the watch interface and how it'll be.
So this is a quick animation showing how everything comes together, the latches.
This is a shot of Sobri on the inductive charger that it has. Because it's inductive, the user won't have to like mess with plugging something in every time they want to charge it. Instead, they can just put it on top without even having to take off the straps.
This is just an exploded view showing all the different components we thought this needed. Obviously there's more and we're not engineers, but we did our best to convey that we thought about like all the different things that need to go inside this device.
On this slide, you can see how the user will actually navigate through the menu by sliding up and down on that ring and then turning the ring to get through the different menu options.
So we realized we couldn't put everything into the small wearable, so we needed a companion app to help set up the settings and connect to different connections such as internet, Bluetooth.
This shows what the menu will look like on the Sobri app, as well as what the main menu will look like and the different options that the user will have.
So you can choose any type of watch, so something more classic, something more utilitarian, whatever you need, and the options are really limitless.
On this slide, you can see how the motivational feature on the app will work, where other people can actually type out messages of motivation for the person that they know that is using this product and send it directly to their Sobri watch. Something that was also very important about this product was kind of changing the way that people look at people that are struggling with alcoholism. A lot of the times it's kind of looked at as a negative thing, and that people that are going to AA meetings have a problem. We wanted to show that people that are using our product are actually identified what's wrong, the problem, and they're doing what they can to get better.
So this is a tracking face, and you can see on the watch and on the settings that you can set on the app. On the app, you can really select like milestones, put in the settings. If you have an unfortunate incident when the user relapses, they can restart, and there's different methods to restarting, different milestones. So this user's about to hit the 3-month one, and it shows them every single day. They can see it on their wrist immediately whenever they want to get a little more motivation and see like the hard work they've done.
This is another very important feature of our product, and that is the SOS feature, where someone who may know that they're in like a situation that they don't want to be in, maybe they're going out with friends that are going to a bar or something, or they're even just feeling tempted themselves to drink, they can press this button and it'll immediately alert their support system who they've programmed that they may need some help or a call or something.
So this is just a view of all the different colors and the screenshots of all the different features. I hope you guys really see how we can, our vision of helping and treating alcohol abuse. We might not be able to eliminate it, but we can sure come up with something that will help the people who need it. Thank you.